Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell, I am wearing a black eyeshadow. So on my Instagram page, if you guys aren't following me already, please do so. I posted a poll on my Instagram story if you guys wanted to see something more natural or something bold, and a lot of you guys chose the bold. So I decided to go dark and bold. I did a black smoky eye, and the reason being because I haven't really done a black smoky eye. I have done like more of that silver gray dark smoky eye. I haven't done black. Black is always kind of scary for me to do. I always play it safe, but a lot of people I feel like struggle doing a black smoky eye because it can tend to be so hard to blend and, you know, do it the right way. So this tutorial kind of goes a little bit more in depth about how to apply a black smoky eye, and I also include some other fun stuff in this tutorial. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look and some other tips and tricks, then keep on watching. Alright, so I went ahead and clipped my bangs out of the way just so I can, you know, do my full face. My bangs are not bothering me. But we are gonna go ahead and do the eye makeup first. Every time I do more of a dramatic dark eye, I always like to start with my eyes first, just because of, you know, fallout and yeah, basically just fallout. That's kind of it. Anyways, whenever I do my eyes first, I always prep my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I love this stuff. It really helps your eyeshadow last all day long. The pigment look more intense. Your eyeshadow does not fade throughout the day or night or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just prep my lids with this stuff. You guys, don't mind if I'm looking all crazy. Like, I'm literally wearing like a sweater because I'm like freezing, and I'm wearing like my pajama pants. Like, I just don't care right now, and I feel like I'm getting sick, so hopefully I'm not, but I just want to be cozy and comfortable. All right, once I have applied that, we're gonna go and move on to the eyeshadow. Before I do though, I'm just gonna let you guys know that I'm gonna be using the new Laura Mercier eyeshadow and face brushes that I've received like a week or two ago by Laura Mercier, and just want to quickly share with you guys what came in this little bundle. So this is super cute. I mean, the packaging on the outside is amazing. It's like a leather. It kind of looks like a miniature suitcase. It's amazing for travel if you guys need anything for travel. So when you open it up, so I zoomed you guys out real quick, but when you open it up, it opens up to these two pouches right here. And what's really neat about them is that these are magnetic, so you can put things in here, you can magnetize them back on, so that's super neat. And then over here is where the brushes are all at. You open it up, and here are some face brushes. As you guys can tell, I used some of them already. I was testing them out. On the other side of here, it's an empty pouch that you can add just like extra stuff in. And on this side, we have some more brushes. And then we have mostly eyeshadow brushes over here, but they have pouches like that are empty on these sides. And what's really cool or neat about this too is that this part right here where all the brushes are held can be unzipped, so you can just use this to I guess take this for travel and store your guys' makeup. But I just wanted to share that with you because I am finally trying out the Laura Mercier brushes, and so far I've tried them and I'm absolutely loving them. They are so like high-end, they're super soft, they blend so well. So I will be using these brushes today. Alright, so moving on to eyeshadow. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Edit Eyeshadow Trios. They look like miniature lenses, which is super cute, super neat. And I love that you can create a quick basic look with these, which is so awesome. So for today's dark eyeshadow look, I'm going to be using these two little mini palettes. So this one is Punked, and this one is Nude Pink Light. The reason why I'm using brown shades with black shades is because you always want to start off with lighter shades and build up the intensity with dark shades. So we're going to be using these two palettes right over here. To set my whole lid, since we applied the primer potion, we're going to go ahead and take the Nude Pink Light palette right over here. And I'm going to be taking the lightest shade and just setting my whole eyelid. That way we can blend more of the eyeshadows on top of shadow, not just on top of a cream. Your shadows won't blend well that that way. So I'm gonna go ahead, take my all over eyeshadow brush by Mercier and just take that nude shade and set my whole lid with that color. I also wanted to mention how pigmented these small little eyeshadows are. Like, I absolutely love them. They have such a variety of different shades, which is so nice. So if you guys haven't seen the other shades, you must. They are so cute. So once I set the whole entire lid with the shade Vanilla, which is a light shade again, and I'm going to be taking the shade, I believe it's pronounced Sable, but it's the lightest brown shade over here, and I'm just going to be basically warming up my crease and kind of my lid with this shade. I'm also going to be taking my eye crease brush by Mercier. So you want to start with a very light hand when doing this. You don't want to apply too much pressure, and you really need to be kind of like clean with this and very precise, because this can go wrong so quick, especially with all the colors that we're going to be using and the dark shades that we're going to be using eventually. So it's very, very important to kind of like take your time with this and be really careful with starting off with really dark shades at first. You always want to build up. Alright, so I went ahead and finished the other eye off camera, and now we're going to go ahead and take another darker brown shade. The next shade is in the same palette, and it's Sumatra, and it's a dark brown shade. And basically with this, we're going to apply this on the whole lid and slightly on the crease, and then from there we're going to blend the crease up to give a more like diffused look, and afterwards we're going to be applying that dark black shade. For the intense brown shade, I'm going to be using my eye color brush by Mercier. So I kind of like to pack this color on, not necessarily smudge it, at least not yet. And you don't want to bring it up too far up on the eye. Try not to go above the crease. Yep, like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Mercier brush, and it's the finishing ponytail. They have the funniest names, but it's so cute. So it's kind of like a cut crease blending brush. And we're gonna start at the crease, and this is a clean brush, and I'm just gonna start blending out the line a little bit. So I'm switching over to the other palette. I'm gonna be taking this shade, and this is in the shade Blackout from the palette Punked. So we're gonna take that black shade. I'm gonna use the same brush as applying the dark brown shade, and we're just gonna start patting it in slowly. When you come closer to your crease, this is when I like to kind of pat it in. It's more for blending purposes, and so you don't have that harsh line. After doing that, I'm gonna take my Mercier smudge brush, and I'm gonna slightly smudge around the black and the brown to kind of make more of that diffused look. So I went ahead and smudged that out. As you guys can see, it's a little bit more faded almost, at least a harsh line. And we have more of that brown on the outside, which is kind of what we are looking for. Alright, so I went ahead and finished the other eye off camera, and I went ahead and also put on some mascara. So for eyelashes today, I'm using the Lotus lashes in Mink, and these are the FX2. These are like their new Mink lashes. They're like ultra fluffy. They look super like 3D and realistic. I have so many compliments every time I wear these lashes. So if you guys haven't checked these out, you should. You will not regret it. I'm actually waiting for this one to dry. I'm going to go ahead and apply one of the lashes off camera, and then the other eye I'll do on camera for you guys. So I always have people ask me, how do I apply my lashes on? And I guess I'm going to kind of go through like a more step-by-step detail of this all. It's really not that hard once you do a few practices. I always tell everybody it's mostly just practice, just to get it down. Second of all, when you apply thick lashes like these with a thicker band, you do want to bend them a little bit so they're a little bit more like flexible, I guess, and so you have more control over it too. So I'm just gonna be applying glue on it right now, and then I'll kind of briefly go through how I'm gonna be applying it on my right eye. I also use the Duo brush on glue. This is one of my favorites. I always use this. So this is gonna be drying. While this is drying, I'm gonna explain to you how to use this. So basically, to apply your lashes, you're gonna need tweezers and like a handheld mirror like so. And basically when this is dried and ready to apply on, when you take your mirror, you want it to hold it down below like this. So when you're looking down, you can see your lash line and you can perfectly see where the roundness of this falls onto your lash line. That's gonna be the easiest way for you to apply it. I know other people apply it kind of differently, but what I like to do is apply it to the center, and you want to look down with your eyes, not necessarily with your head. Don't really look down with your head. You want to look mostly down with your eyes. So I like to bring it down to the center. I'm not applying it yet because it's still not dry, but I apply it to the center and then to the outer quarter because those are like the most important. I let those sit for like a little bit, and when it's almost dry, I'll take the inner corner and connect it, because I notice a lot of the times when the inner corner isn't fully dry, it's not gonna stick. So you kind of want it to be almost dry, and so it will like stick to your inner corner and won't come popping off. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in, and my lash is actually ready to apply. So I'm gonna go ahead, apply this to the center, looking down at my mirror. So that's sticking to the middle already. Take my outer corner and stick it close to my lash line. And my inner corner is actually almost done drying. So I'm gonna stick it. So after this moment, what I like to do is, do you guys ever see girls that wear lashes and you look from the side view and you can see their eyelashes are sticking straight out and they're wearing falsies? So to prevent that look, what I do is take my tweezers, go from the bottom and the top of my lashes and squeeze my lashes to the false eyelashes. That way they kind of connect and they blend right into your falsies. You know, even though these are false eyelashes, you kind of want them to almost look as realistic as possible. I know that sounds ridiculous with these like fluffy lashes, but you guys would be so surprised how many people ask me if these are my own lashes. It really depends on how you apply them. If you can apply these so well, you will fool anybody into believing that these are yours. But and then I kind of just like push them up so they kind of don't look straight, but kind of more up, and it opens up your eye a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly prep my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's a primer and moisturizer in one. I've been using this a lot lately actually. The reason being is because this primer and moisturizer, I notice when it dries, it's a little bit like sticky afterwards. And I just like that because I feel like it would hold the foundation better, or your foundation would at least stick to your skin better. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my NARS Sheer Glow and apply that off camera real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead, apply the foundation. I look like death right now because I have no concealer on, but we're gonna fix that real quick. For concealer, I've actually been using the new Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. I've actually been really loving this. So the first time I actually tried it out, I hated it, but that's because I didn't know how to use it and I used it completely wrong. How I like to use it, I actually use it like one area at a time. So I'll apply under this eye first, and then I'll blend it out with my beauty blender. I'll apply it here, blend it out, apply it here, blend it out, apply it on my chin, blend it out. The reason being is because this concealer dries out super quick. It is a little bit more on the dry side, so you kind of want it to, you want to blend it out before it really sets in and leaves any like patchiness or spots. This has amazing coverage, which is amazing if you guys love full coverage. I mean, look how full coverage that is compared to this. It's like, bam. Alright, so I went ahead, blended that out, and I also set everything. And for setting my foundation, I use the TooFaced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. It's going to give you that more matte effect, and that's kind of what I want for this look. I'm going to go ahead and bronze because that's where everything's going to be coming together. I'm going to go ahead and take my MAC Give Me Some bronzer, literally my go-to every single time I use this. I'm going to be taking my bronzer brush from Mercier. It looks like this, and honestly guys, this is like the most best bronzer brush ever. Literally my favorite. I've been using it every single day and I am absolutely loving it. Blends so nicely. It applies so like effortlessly. It's so amazing. I love it. You know, honestly guys, ever since I got my bangs, I don't really worry that much about my forehead anymore because it's still gonna be covered up. Okay guys, we're coming close to an end here, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply some highlighter. I actually went into the blush off camera, and for blush I used my Benefit Rockateur blush. I'm gonna be using the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop highlighter. I'm kind of more drawn to this warm shade, so we're gonna go ahead and apply that. I'm gonna be using my fan powder brush. I actually have not tried it out yet, so we're gonna see how well this works. It seems a little bit more like dense than normal fan brushes, which might be a good thing, but ooh, I actually really like this brush. Wow. I used to pick you up and drive to a place we could talk for hours. Sometimes we'd run out of words to say. So I also want to apply this highlighter in the inner corner of my eye and my brow bone, and I'm going to be using the clay smudge brush. It's really, really dense, so I feel like it's going to pack it on really nicely. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes really quick, and then I'm gonna do my brows off camera, lips, and we are done. So for eyes, I'm gonna do kind of more like a smoked out shadow on the lower lash line. Man, I can't talk today. And I'm gonna be using that dark shade from this Nude Pick Light palette, and that's the shade Sumatra. So I'm gonna be taking that shade and taking my smudge brush by Mercier, and I'm just gonna start applying this and kind of smudging it out. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. So I went ahead and finished my brows off camera just to speed this whole process up, but I kind of wanted to share what I've been using for my brows since I have had them microbladed. So I have been using the Benefit Full Proof Brow Powder, and it looks like this inside has two different shades. So it has a darker on this end and a lighter on this end. And I have been using powder just because my brows are already pretty dark and I don't want to darken them up too crazy. That's for my brows. We're gonna go ahead and move on to lips real quick. Kind of wanted to do something a little bit more on the nude pinker side, just because we have a lot of dark going on, and so I'm gonna be using the Lawless liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Cameron. It smells really good. It smells like candy. Alright you guys, and that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope I was able to give you guys a few tips and tricks here and there on a black smoky eye. Thanks for taking a poll on my Instagram and letting me know what kind of look you guys were wanting to see, the bold or natural. I have been doing a lot of like natural and kind of more on the safe side lately, so I'm glad, you know, I was able to go more out of my comfort zone and do something bold for you guys. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Please give me some suggestions down there as well. Please subscribe and join the family if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.